Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am building a vacation home in the world of Sulani, and it is just a one bathroom vacation home, but I really adore how this one came out. And I think it's pretty reasonably priced. If you were actually to purchase this home instead of staying at it, it would come in at 30,660 simoleons, but if you're going to rent here and come actually vacation in this home, it comes out at 258 simoleons per day, so I don't think that's too bad. And I just wanted to experiment with this build, and so I started with like two separate buildings and putting this little sort of walkway between them on a foundation, and then I added more to it and played around with the roofs, and I was definitely inspired by the roofing in this area, so I was trying to go with that. And of course, the fun colors that come in the world of Sulani and came with Island Living with these blue wallpapers. It was just a really fun build to do, and this was another one that I had created over on Twitch first, so you might recognize it if you follow me over there. And if you're not already, I do stream 3 days a week over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi. There's a link down below. And we build all sorts of things together, and it's a lot of fun, so I would love to have you join us if you'd like to. I really enjoy it. Anyway, playing around with the roof here, trying to figure out how I wanted it to be covered, because I was originally thinking I wanted to go with something a little bit more modern, and then I ended up with this, and I kind of love it. I love how that half wall is like poking out through the roof. I actually end up making that a little bit smaller later on and adding some windows from Jungle Adventure to it to add a little bit more texture and like pattern to the space. And I think it works really nicely. Also, this fence from Cottage Living matches the tones I was going for perfectly. And then landscaping, my favorite part in most builds. And definitely in this build, because Sulani is just so like lush and gorgeous. And so pretty much the whole front yard is flowers and grass and trees. And there's just a little pathway leading you out to the road. So I really liked how the landscaping on this lot came out. I hope you will like it too. If you would like to download this build, by the way, I will make sure to have it uploaded to the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. But just working on some landscaping and like terrain paint still. For the terrain paint, I just have a bunch of grass, and then I grabbed some of these debug stones from base game to have a little bit of a pathway out to the main area. I thought it looked a little bit more natural that way, to just have like a variety of stones that were different shapes instead of having like a very structured pathway, if that makes sense. And I really like how that came out. I also just love the trees that came with this pack, in debug in particular, because I think in the regular catalog for trees, we mostly have palm trees. There's a couple other ones, but debug has so many beautiful items for this pack, and in general, I mean, I praise debug and show live edit objects constantly, but Island Living, just this world, Sulani, it's stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I am so excited that we're going to be having a new beach world with the world of Tartosa. That should be coming out, what, is it this week? Oh my god, it's this week! Ah, I'm so excited! So definitely be checking out the channel this week for some Tartosa content. Let me know what sort of builds you would like to see. I'm very excited to do maybe some wedding venues, some houses. It should be a lot of fun. And I believe this build is going out on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate. I thought it would be nice to post this on Valentine's Day because it's a little vacation rental. I think this could be a really nice like honeymoon spot, so. Although I feel like if I have my Sims go on a honeymoon, I'm going to want them to stay in Tartosa because it's new and exciting. But Sulani would be a beautiful spot to take a honeymoon. I don't know. Anyway, just working on adding like a little bit more structure and getting some windows going on here. Trying to figure out how I want it to look. I ended up in this room over here having like one tall window and then the ones that have like the slats across them on either side, because it still allows more light in by having all of those, but it kind of gives the appearance of like shutters, and I liked how that looked, and that ends up being where the bedroom is. This actually has a very strange layout to it. You can access the bedroom from outside and you can access the living room from outside, or you could walk through from each side to the next through the bathroom. So it's a little bit odd, but I think it was interesting and I like how it came out. But my favorite room is definitely the kitchen, which we're working on right now. Something about this giant archway from Island Living paired with these countertops from Jungle Adventure. I love it. I love it so much. We have a big table in the middle here. The table's from Island Living, and then the chairs are base game. I think those ones were created by Hey Harry. And I just think it came out so cute in the end. I end up having a lot of color in here. I know right now it's pretty neutral, but we're going to be adding some like flowers. We end up having like a bright pinkish red stove or oven. I do like the separate stove and oven from Dream Home Decorator in here. So I don't know. I just think it works out so nicely in this painting from Dream Home Decorator as well. Oh, and then the lighting fixture. This one is from the plant kit. What is that called? Blooming Rooms kit. Something about that just made me really happy. I wanted like some sort of light that hung down like a pendant light, but I wanted it to be sort of like a statement piece, and bringing in the greenery I thought was really nice, especially because if you look out any of the windows in this space, it's just so lush and green. And then this oven, this in-counter oven is so perfect. That color, so pretty. I also end up adding like a rug under the table in here, which is another one from Island Living I should be grabbing here shortly, which I think helped add a little bit more color to the space and a little bit more like pattern, which there's a ton of in this pack. And then I picked out a rug also for the living room. I was really hoping to use like some colors and swatches of things that I don't typically use. So the rug that we're using in the living room, I've never used that swatch before, and that made me very excited about it. So it should be fun to show you how this all came out. And yeah, these are the walkthrough into the bathroom, into the bedroom. And then there ends up being a closet over here. I know at first I built two, but I will be getting rid of one of those a little bit later and using that like little nook as a place for a vanity, one of the vanities from the Vintage Glamour pack. But anyway, this is the bathroom first. I used this like laminate flooring that's green and like speckled. For some reason, it made me very happy. I don't think I've ever used this flooring before in the entirety of the game, and I just really liked it. It felt like it gave a lot of personality to this room, and so that's what I went with. We have double vanities in here, a little sink, and I think we get a plant over here as well. Yeah. And then we'll get like a little rug and some towels, you know, simple bathroom things, but I wanted to bring in a lot of these fun patterns that came with Island Living, and I think it came out really, really nice in the end. I really enjoyed this bathroom, and I don't typically really like even decorating bathrooms. I think they're kind of boring. They're probably my least favorite room generally, but I really enjoyed that one. Anyway, back into the living room now with this very vibrant rug. It's so pretty and so colorful. There's so many just like intense colors here, and I thought it paired nicely with the sectional from Dream Home Decorator. And then I thought about putting this chair in the corner, but I ended up swapping it out for a rocking chair instead. That was a suggestion from Twitch chat, and I thought it was a fun idea. I love that chair from Island Living though. I would have 100% used that because it's just a style I really enjoy. But a rocking chair sounded like super relaxing and nice for a little vacation home, so we ended up putting that instead. But first I'm finishing decorating up the TV stand. We just have like a candle, a vase, some books for your Sims to grab and read. And here is that rocking chair. I really wish the rocking chairs had more swatches to them, like more neutral swatches. I know that we're going for like a more bright theme with that, especially because we all voted on the Nifty Knitting pack, and that was more of the color scheme we voted for. But I would have liked more neutrals. That's just my personal take. Let me know if you agree. Anyway, just grabbing our trash can for outside and inside, and then I end up putting a chess table outside as well. I felt like it would be nice to put something on this front porch, and so I ended up doing that because it would be like a skill building item. But honestly, I think 2 rocking chairs on the front porch would have been really nice. Imagine relaxing out there and like having your morning coffee and looking out at the ocean and like the beautiful scenery. I just really like the idea of that, but I didn't end up doing that in the end, but that's an easy fix if you decide to do that instead. I just find like skill building items are nice to include, and having a chess table is nice for gameplay. I don't think it's too realistic to real life, but it is nice for gameplay. Anyway, this is going to be the bedroom. It's very blue in here, of course, using the bed that came with Island Living, and I paired it with those vines that are like curtain vines that came with the plant kit, and they just look so nice together. And then this is a bedside table that looks like some luggage, which I thought made sense for a vacation home, and just have a couple of pieces of clutter up there. We have a plant and a candle, and then this is that area that I mentioned that I decided to turn into a vanity instead to add a little bit more to this space. And I changed the color of it so many different times, but I'm pretty sure I went back to that orangey wood tone in the end because it matches the bed. So I should be doing that here shortly. And just getting a couple more decorations in here. We got like the portrait of like the ocean and stuff on the wall. And I'm trying to think what else. I think we get a rug in here as well, and just a couple of things on that vanity, and a chair over in the corner. The one that I thought about using in the living room and then didn't, I put in here instead. And that's pretty much it for this build. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give this a thumbs up if you did. You can also subscribe if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.